Hi, today we have Prashant Pradhan, Vice President and CTO from IBM. Hi, sir. Sir, how do you manage the data security in today's threat landscape?
Yeah, so look, data security is not new for enterprises, right? It's always been something that they have to protect, keep very close to sort of their business's interests. However, what has happened more recently is that there is a growing set of threat vectors, right? That is expanding the attack surface for your data potentially, right? So there are several trends, right? I mean, one of them is of course the cloud, right? You no longer have the data sitting in your data centers, so you have to rely on the right kind of safeguards and guardrails being put in place by your cloud service providers, right? So how do you ensure compliance? How do you ensure security in a cloud environment? That is sort of one new area that kind of technology teams in different businesses have to take care of. The next one is digitalization and remote work, right? So for example, we've seen this in the context of the pandemic, and also more broadly, as more and more of your operations get digitized, it basically means that there are all these devices out there, end user devices, laptops, mobile phones, on which you are accessing company data and company workflows, right? So that becomes another sort of threat surface, if you will, where you have to make sure that the right guardrails are in place and you don't lose, you don't breach sort of your enterprise security. The third could be things like, now companies work increasingly with an ecosystem of partners, right? There are digital ecosystems. Nobody works in isolation. So what that means is that, let's say if you're a bank and you have a fintech partner, right? These fintechs are giving your customers services that are based on the customer's data and maybe some of your own core data. So how do you make sure that your ecosystem partners have the right threat protections in place as well? So the point is that, it's always been a holy grail for security, right, to protect the enterprise data. But what we see with time is that the attack surface, the threat vectors keep on increasing. So the only approach which is viable, frankly, is to make sure that you are always at the cutting edge of this. The technology leaders for these businesses are fully aware of what those threat surfaces are and what are the best of breed mechanisms to sort of address them and protect them, right? And the way we normally do this with our customers, for example, is we have systematic frameworks to actually capture these threat vectors, and they are always evolving as our clients' business is evolving. So we make sure by complying to those frameworks, they won't miss anything, right, in terms of their sort of data security coverage. So I think that's probably how I would say the data security approaches are evolving with time. Yeah?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.